get started.
French? Yeah.
So,
I don't speak English, but it's a French word.
done. Alright, hi everybody. So, hey. So, before I get started, I just want to do a little bit of recognition. Congratulations to Amel's new distributor, who is a new senior consultant. And congratulations to Salvador, who is a brand new supervisor. Alright, so we're going to do some training tonight on working with a new distributor. Yay! So we love that. We love having new distributors into our business, but then when we bring new people into our business, what do we do with them, right? So, and just say again. Well, that's a very good point there. Zainab goes, she pointed at Julia and she goes, she's going to send them to her. Now, what's going to happen when Julia is away for a month?
That's right.
Right? There's going to need to be something that you're plugging into, that you know how to work with a new distributor, and that's called a system. So it's really important that when you've got a new distributor, you see your upline's not the superstar, the upline's not the superstar, they're just human beings, like we are all the same. What is amazing is the system, so that no matter where you're traveling to or what's happening in your business, you know how to work with the new distributor because you're following the system. So you're in safe hands with the system. We all start the same way. It's very important to know what it is that you want from the business. Also letting your sponsor know what it is that you want from the business. Otherwise, it's really like working a bit blankly, because your sponsor's going to ask you to do things and you may not want to do it, or you may not understand why your sponsor is asking you to do it.
Thanks.
Okay, because you don't know what your goals are and your sponsor doesn't know what your goals are. So really important to I always talk about this. Come back to your goals, what it is that you want from the business, and share that with the person that you're speaking to, the person that you're working with, your sponsor. And very important for the sponsors to ask from your new distributors, what is it that they want? Okay, so let's get started. Few things when people get involved, a lot of people get involved and they're not really confident within themselves. They've tried lots of other businesses maybe, they haven't been successful, they may be feeling down about themselves, something personal in their life, whatever it is. A lot of people don't come into their business and they're just so confident and they're superstars. They don't start like that, a lot of people. So it's important to make distributors feel good about themselves. And make distributors feel good about Herbalife, and you want to make distributors feel good about you. So making distributors feel good about themselves and giving them a lot of encouragement that they are able to achieve everything that they want to achieve, and that we're not trialing the products on them, and the company is well established, and genuinely look at the person that you're working with and find something positive that you can say to them that's going to encourage them and make them feel a lot better about themselves. And, of course, when they're using the products, they're going to start to naturally feel better about themselves, because then their confidence goes up, they're, all of a sudden people are complimenting their skin or that they've lost weight. So naturally they're going to start feeling really good about themselves, and that's only going to come from them using the products. So really important as a sponsor is be very strong with your people that they are using the products. If they're not using the products, it's a struggle. It's a struggle for them to even, get customers. It's a struggle for them, even if they get customers, they may be a good salesperson, but it's a struggle for them to keep their customers, or it's a struggle for the customers to get even results. So it's very important that, you emphasize how important that it is to use the product. So a lot of people, they just want to sign up and they think that they're going to make money like that. Sure, they can make money, but our company is based on the products, the results that people get on the product. So very important to address that straight away with the new person. Make the distributor feel good about Herbalife. You know, so, you know, you say things like, you know, you're in safe hands, the company's been around for a really long time, the company, they're not testing anything on you, it's well established. And just by reiterating the facts with the new person, the facts of the company, is making them feel good about Herbalife, that Herbalife is going to be there, you know, till the end of time, so to speak, because Herbalife has had its trials and has been tested. And it's been around now for 32 years. So, you know, make them feel good about Herbalife. And by them coming to the events and the trainings, they're going to naturally begin to feel good about Herbalife. And the more confident they are in themselves, and then the more confidence they start having with the company, they're going to start to excel a lot more. Okay? So it's very important to tap them into the system very, very, very quickly, and as much as possible as well. And then make the distributors feel good about you. So if you tell your distributor that you're going to do something, and by the way, even with your clients, if you say you're going to do something, then do it. You know, don't get a new person started and then say, I'm going to call you tomorrow, or I'm going to help you, and then tomorrow you don't call them and then you don't contact them again. So you want the distributor to feel like they feel good about themselves, feel good about Herbalife, and feel good about you, the person that they're working with. So absolutely, you know, you're in safe hands. We always tell our distributors this. So what's important is think about what you do with a new distributor. Who in the room has read what's in their business pack, the international business pack? Bits and pieces, yeah. Yeah, bits and pieces, yeah. It's really amazing that using a checklist, how much of a difference it can really make with the new person. Okay, there is a checklist inside of this folder. Okay, I'm not going to do the full checklist training today. Roger has done that training before. It is up on YouTube, in our YouTube channel. But we also have a checklist. If you haven't seen this, or if you haven't been given a copy of this, just let me know and I'll make sure you get a copy at the end. That works together with this page, with this book, this whole booklet. Okay, so it just guides them a little bit more clearer. It's a 10-step to success checklist. Okay, that asks them, did they watch the DVD tick? And it says it here. Have you set your goals? Asking you to set your goals. Book 1, page 5. Okay, so it's really important that you work through this with a new distributor. Some people may have already done these. They may not be using the checklist. They may have watched the DVDs already, or you know, read some of the pages in their book. So essentially they've done the checklist, but not with the checklist. But it's important to do it with the checklist, because again, if your sponsor goes overseas for a month, then you'll get confused, you'll get a bit lost, what do I do? What did I do? Oh, I forgot. But if you've got the checklist, it's all there. You don't have to remember anything. You just have to read and tell the new person, so this is what your next steps are. And then, you know, your distributor will feel very safe, very confident, and it's very step-by-step self-explanatory. That it's a very simple business then. Also, as a mentor, so when you're working with a new person, even if you're brand new, even if you're very brand new, as a sponsor, you want to have a guide as to where you're at with every new distributor. So all the people that we work with, we've got this sheet on them. And all it is it's almost like when you've got clients. Who's got customers here? And you're filling in the, what do you do? Yeah, you fill in the survey. It's got their name, number, it's got what they eat for breakfast, lunch and dinner, what their goals are. This is the same thing but for a distributor. Because when you're working with so many people, you're not, and so many clients and life and family, and there's so much happening, you're not going to remember everything and everyone and where they're at. But this checklist keeps you on track with, okay, Betul, it's her way day today. Betul said she wants to work part-time, and what's Betul up to? She hasn't watched the DVD. So when I ring Betul, I know what to ask her. Hey Betul, did you watch the DVDs yet? Oh yeah, I did it last night. And then you can tick it off and have a bit of a chat about what the person learned on the DVDs. So sometimes it's scary when you think, oh my God, I've got a new distributor, what do I do with them now? But actually it's not. It's very step by step, as long as you're actually using this checklist. And the systems is what's going to make it or break it for your business. And I'm not exaggerating with that. This seems so simple, but it is what's going to keep people in the business. When they're confident, or when you're confident, you know what you're doing with a new person, you can go a lot faster. And you know, just things like finding out a bit about them, their lifestyle, what their goals are, what their habits are. Really important to understand your distributor's view of the world, so that you know you can be flexible with them and understand where they're at, so that you know maybe they're working on Monday nights and they can't come to Monday nights, and you're telling them to keep coming to Monday nights, and so it's very important to have that open communication. Yeah. Oh, it's really hot in here. Yeah. Could I have the aircon on just for like 5-10 minutes, please? Just Ahlan, can you just push that red button? Thank you. And always remember that your distributor is going to do what you're doing. So if you're sitting in the room and you know you're walking in and out answering phone calls on the street, well, guess what? Then you're setting an example to your new distributors or any distributor that the meeting's not that important, that it's okay to walk outside and ignore the meeting. And remember, we're a team here. Remember we had that conversation last week about being a team. So we all need each other to be winners. So, you know, when we're here, focus, you know, try not to go outside and answer the phone calls, or, you know, be distracted with other things, or being on Facebook or on emails. It's very easy these days to, you know, we can be consumed with like 24 hours, 7 days a week, right, with internet and Facebook. But when we're here, be here and really focus on the meeting, so that, you know, always remember, even when you think your people aren't watching, they're watching you. You're always setting some sort of an example. So think about it. Are you setting an example that you want your people to do, or are you setting an example that you don't want them to do? Okay, so just some, you know, sometimes distributors come in, they're not sure what they want, it's a bit foggy. Everyone go like this. Go like this. Everyone go like this. No, this is the fogging style.
Fogging style.
Yeah, everyone go like this. No, close.
I can't my jacket.
Oh, okay.
Can you get some
That's a too
Very
big.
poor.
Okay, go like this. This is how a new distributor is. Very foggy, very fuzzy. And now slowly move your arms.
Oh,
Away. Yeah, it becomes clearer for the new person. So that's how a new person feels. Sometimes they feel like they're going in a maze. So it's really important to put them on the right track. Very important to get them in the system, get them following a checklist. Even if you're the best distributor and you're so good at what you do, and like I could easily not use a checklist and just talk and everything, but it's important to come back to the checklist so that your new person feels safe and knows what they're following. Feel like a maze, and then, you know, slowly the sun comes out, and then they start feeling really good. And, you know, then everything is great. So, and people join in Herbalife, important to remember that people join in Herbalife for lots of different reasons. Sometimes it's like freedom, fun, just for maybe feeling good about themselves. Maybe they're missing some connection or friendship or whatever in life. This is true happening. There was in the Herbalife opportunity meetings overseas, one guy proposed to his girlfriend inside the meeting. How amazing! And they met in Herbalife. So people come into Herbalife for lots of different reasons. Financial freedom.
Why enjoy it?
They found the herbal love. Because Juliet's are single, that's right. Ezra's also single. Zainab's away. Okay, let's not go there. Mariam's also single. Alright, focus. So then we want to teach our distributors to shift their spending. So, and our customers, by the way. So your new distributor is also your customer when they first start.
Yeah.
Right? So treat them like a new customer, get them getting good results, get them shifting their spending, and then before you know it, you know, they're a lot more excited and everyone's business is growing. So why give money to the competitors? You know, we've got amazing products. People are already spending products on shampoos, conditioners, body lotions, anything that Herbalife has. Anything that you're already using from somewhere else that Herbalife has, switch them over to the Herbalife products. Share the joke, Julie.
Oh, wait, my friend just messaged me. She's like, Trying to change the topic, I keep having 4 or 5 I can't still funny.
Great! I've got the answer for that in a minute. So we're doing customer follow-up during the training. Alright, so switch them from having their takeaway food, right, to the Herbalife products, the inner nutrition, the shake, the protein, the tea, the supplements. Switch from having the cleanser, toner, moisturizers to the ones in the store, Lancome or whatever brand they're using, to the Herbalife New Infusion range. Yeah? And switch them from eating their, say, chocolate bars, for example, to the protein bars. So simple things like that make a big difference.
Sharing is caring.
And you know, even Roger, for example, he shaves with the cleanser.
Oh.
Yeah. I know Julia once said she was washing windows. No.
Yeah, with that.
She was washing. Yeah, so you can be very creative with
This
Yeah,
continues.
yeah,
Body wash.
yeah.
I do the
There's body wash.
But
There's
the body wash is discontinued.
no problem. You can use the shampoo. You can use the soap.
Do you remember
You can use the soap. So
Angel?
there's lots of
She
things.
does dishwasher.
Yes. There's lots of things that you can shift over to the Herbalife.
Oh, dishwasher? I'm going to do dishwasher too now. No, wash the
But she
dishes.
doesn't know.
Okay, guys, come on. We've got people in the room that are wanting to pay attention and learn. So product results. And I know that's everybody that wants to pay attention and learn. I know that's everyone. I know we like to have fun, but come on, let's get this training done in like 45 minutes, and then we all get to go home. So product results, really important. People's product results. Important to speak to them the day one. And on the checklist, it actually says, has that person taken their before picture? So it's a reminder for the distributor working with the new person to ask them, hey, have you taken your before picture? And just the questions, have they taken their morning weight and measurements, recording that on your chart, as well as getting the distributor to record it on their book as well. How much water they're drinking. By the way, this is the same process that you would be using with following up a customer as well. So, did they get hungry? How much, Herbalife tea did they drink? What did they snack on? So, the follow-up is crucial. You can make a fortune with the follow-up. Don't underestimate the power of follow-up. So, finding out exactly how they've taken their products. Just because they're a distributor doesn't mean that they know everything about. Even if they've come to one STS, doesn't mean they know everything about, follow-up or even understanding how to use all the products. So it's important that you give the best follow-up that you possibly can. And then, still remembering to follow them up on day 3. Did they take their weight and measurements? With the follow-up, you're asking the exact same questions, but you're just doing it over and over and over again. Okay? So, how did they take their products? What did they eat? What time they ate it? What have they been doing with the routine, with everything? And always remember, what goes through the lips must go on the hips. It's true, right? So
what the hell are you laughing at?
Just what you said.
alright. Meaning what they're eating in terms of food goes on the hips. So they're all for men on this company, yeah, true. So just remember, your new distributor is also your client. So remember to follow them up once a week. Sure, you're going to be seeing them at the meetings. Sure, you're going to be talking to them, about how they're going in their business. But please remember to still follow them up with the products. All right. Important question to ask after the first or second week. People are going to start noticing. So now that they're getting results, people are going to naturally notice. So you can ask them, hey, who's been noticing? And then you can help them to get some customers. And then get them to practice their product testimony. So really important to help the new person package their story. So always remember when doing the testimony, all you need to remember is to list down the issues before Herbalife and then the results with Herbalife. So sometimes we say a lot of things, we get excited or we're new or we're not sure what to say. So we say a lot of information when we're telling our testimony, but the punch, you have like, most people have amazing testimony, but because it's so long, the power of it gets lost a little bit, gets diluted. So it's really important to keep it short and sharp and to the point so that the message comes across really quickly and clearly to the guests in the room. Yeah? And not only the guests in the room, the HOM, how good you can tell your testimony in a meeting means how good you're going to be able to tell it outside as well when you're talking to people every day. So maybe we can practice someone. Who wants to practice their testimony? A new person? Salvador? Do you want to practice your testimony? Maybe now.
Very hungry.
Come on, give him a hand. He's brand new. He's been on the chorus for like 3 days, 4 days. How long have you been on the chorus for?
3 days.
3 days. So, what have you felt in the first 3 days and 2 hours?
Well, I felt I've been going taller a lot.
Okay.
I'm feeling very good about myself. My pimples are going away.
Yeah.
When I have on my back. My hair, my nails have grown heaps. Like my sister's like, will you use the nails long? I'm like, I've just been eating and taking Herbalife, so it's Herbalife.
Okay.
She's explained.
Yeah. So you're going to the toilet better. You feel like your pimples on your back have gone down.
When I walk and jog, I don't sweat as much as before. I feel better about myself. And when I speak to my parents, I could actually be stuck to speak to them. Not that, oh, Mum, I have to go.
So you're more energetic, would you say?
Yes,
So more energetic, you're going to the toilet better, so your digestion has improved.
Less hungry, because they eat so much.
Less hungry. Okay. Let's take those 3 points for now.
Yep.
And so what you would say, Salvador, is, hi everyone, I'm Salvador before Herbalife.
Yep.
So would you say did you have a bit of constipation or would you just digestive upset?
Digestive upset.
Okay. So before Herbalife I had a little bit of digestive upset.
Yep.
I was always tired and
I had pimples on my back.
if you want to say that I had pimples on my back.
Everyone
No,
off.
I said
No, like, and then I had, so before, hi everyone, I'm Salvador, before Herbalife I was tired, I used to have digestive issues, and I used to have some pimples on my back.
Yeah, some
Within
acne
a-
on my
just say
body.
I had
With some acne on my body. Within 3 days of starting Herbalife, my skin's cleared up, my digestive system has improved, and I have so much energy that I can't stop talking.
And I feel amazing. I'm buying all the mirrors in my house.
And thank you Herbalife.
Thank you, Herbalife.
So, give him a hand. So, it's important, guys, to
Twin.
it's important to package it like that. Get it short. Write it down because the first few times you're nervous, so you just got to say. And sometimes you still get nervous and you talk too much. But always try and get to the point of before Herbalife what the issues were, and then after Herbalife what the result is.
I actually felt nervous when I was getting up, but then when I looked at everyone, I was very good. It felt like a family. I'm better than a family because they weren't complaining. It feels good.
Yeah.
I love Herbalife.
See, and you know what? And you see that. There you go. There's a few ticks there. There's a few ticks there. Salvador feels good about himself. He's feeling good about her, but more now. Feels good about Herbalife, and he feels good about working with us. Right? So remember those 3 things at the beginning when you first working with people.
Can I just say something, Ellie, just quickly?
Yeah.
I can't help but sort of, say this, that every day in my office I work within 24 staff members. And from the time I walk in the door, I face, good morning. I usually walk in, good morning everyone, how you going, how's everyone? Okay. Turn the volume down, I haven't quite woken up. So as soon as I see that, I'm like, just 20 minutes. And it's just this great. And by 9 o'clock, 9:30, everyone's out the door getting their caffeine fix while I'm still doing my herbal tea and drinking. And then the coughing starts coming in, Oh, my stomach last night, it was so sore. Oh, I think I'm getting my virus again. And I just sit there going, you're such a fun people. You know, if only you knew how to get stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
you know,
it's like day three, but you'll have it. You know,
so it's amazing, right? And we've got something that people need, and it's only a matter of time. People that say no to you is not no forever.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time. Like Patrick, timing wasn't right back then.
Yeah.
It's just not no. It's just not no.
Yeah.
It's
Not
not forever. Yeah, you know.
Well,
what
I
I'm
feel
saying.
that at this point, they will notice the stickies that I take as opposed to the stickies that they take.
Exactly. There you go. So sometimes when people start, sometimes when people start. Sometimes when people start, they go through some dietary change, and you know, what are some of the things that people have experienced with their customers or distributors? Just diarrhea, constipation. Hang on. So diarrhea. What are some of the issues that you think is caused from diarrhea? Detoxing. What else? Milk. Write this down, guys. Yeah. So milk. And then what was some of the other issues? You said constipation. What are some of the issues for constipation?
Not enough water.
Not enough water.
Not eating enough.
Not enough fibre. Not enough water. Not enough fibre with constipation. And what are some of the other issues that people experience with their clients? Or distributors?
Some people actually get more acne.
More acne. So
And they say, my skin's getting worse. You have to say, look, it's getting better because you keep cleaning out your system.
yeah. So acne is. Thank you, Amel. Did everyone hear what Amel said?
Yeah.
Betsa, what did Amel say?
Acne.
What was the issue? What was the reason behind that? she knows the answer to that already. She's smart. So that's cleansing. So some people, especially a brand new distributor who's trying to like get the products right, nervous about the business and nervous about getting everything going, could be going through some of these changes. So really important. If you don't capture that in the first day or two, you're going to lose that distributor because his or her belief in the product is not going to be there. So it doesn't matter what you're going to, even if you motivate them, it doesn't matter what you're going to say to them, they're not going to be in it because their heart's not in it because of the result. So the issues that distributors and customers are going to go through is that they're hungry, constipated, diarrhea, giddy, meaning feeling a little bit sick in the tummy, not losing weight, gastric issues like heartburn, heart, headache, vomiting, skin breakout, and cheating with a smiley face. So a lot of these issues can be solved by drinking more water because most people don't drink enough water. Yeah, and again, the diarrhea is biggest thing with that is the cow's milk because of the lactose in it. Most adults aren't used to drinking so much milk, and then they're drinking so much milk in their shakes can cause the tummy to be upset. So I always recommend something else like soy milk or mixing it with fruits with water.
Can I add something to that?
Yeah.
The best milk to offer to your customers is actually Zymol.
Okay, that's a
That's
lactose
lactose free.
That's a great tip.
And
Thank you,
it's a
Mel.
skin one
Yeah.
because I am lactose intolerant, and every other lactose free milk that I've used, or the soy milk, still has made me sick. But Zymol, which my doctor recommended, best.
That's a great tip. So everyone, Zymol. Yeah.
And I do have the low fat one as well.
Yeah, fantastic. So it's good to know these dietary changes. By the way, in our little package that we give the new distributor, there is a sheet. Again, this is the system, so it's important that if you've sort of been lacking a little bit in following the system, just grab what it is that we have. I'm pretty sure everyone's got a copy of it, and it's all there. So if you just go to that and you show this to the new distributor, then if anything does happen, it's there that they know where to go and read it. And really important is getting the people that you join in the business, talking to the people that they know very, very quickly. There's a couple of ways, like if someone is very confident, we do get them talking to people. Otherwise, there is an SMS script that we do use that you can SMS people about the products or the business, and that way anyone who does reply, you just let your upline know, and then they do the contact for you to invite them into a session or invite them into an appointment. And that's a good way for someone who's maybe not so confident at the beginning, for you as the upline to help them talk to the people that they know, and avoid any, what's it called, not negativity, avoid any rejection at the beginning. And also, even if someone is quite confident or excited, sometimes they're so excited, they get on the phone, they talk so much, and then they've given the whole presentation over the phone, and the person's prejudged and haven't seen the big picture, and then they say no. So we want to avoid that, so always trying to get them into one of these sessions is always the best way, because they're going to hear from lots of different people, lots of different testimonies, fun environment, nice, friendly people, sampling the products, great way to talk to the people that you know. But don't be afraid to talk to the people that you know, because all we're doing is we're just letting them know what you're doing, not necessarily trying to get them to sign up or buy the products, but hey, if you don't tell them, someone else will. Herbalife is growing like wildfire, and before you know it, you could be walking in and see your best friend, cousin, uncle already signed up in the business, but because someone else spoke to them before you did. So really, really important. I mean, just like you go to a great hairdresser, you're going to rave about how good the hairdresser is, and you're going to tell all your friends. Is that selling to them? But you would rave to them about their hair, but why not rave to them about these products, and they're so good? Just let them know, hey, I've got these great products, and come and take a look. Or you might know someone who's interested, can you let me know? Same with watching a great movie. You think about it, we do this all the time, so why would you be afraid to encourage the new distributor to talk to the people that they know? And if you ate at a great restaurant, another example, of course you're going to refer your friends to go there. And sometimes it's a bit of fear, but think about it. Like, it could be fear that, oh, what are my people that they know going to think of me, or are they going to prejudge me, or like for us when we first started, it was like, oh, Roger was like, oh, they were looking at us, and because he was such a big businessman, and then now he's selling tablets and giving out flyers, and there's the fear of, oh, what are people going to think of me? So it was a bit hesitant to talk to people that they know that we knew. And actually, when we had our shake party, Roger didn't want to do a shake party. He was like, oh, that's like Tupperware and that. He didn't want to do it. And then our sponsor kept telling us we've got to do it, so we did it. And the people that we weren't going to invite, because we didn't want to invite a certain group of the family, we almost didn't invite them, but they were the ones that bought. So you can never prejudge. That night we made $2,000. So you just never prejudge. You just got to speak to everyone. And is it more fearful not to tell them or to tell them? And think about it. People, you never know what situation someone is in, and you never know if they could be struggling with their health. And if you didn't tell them, something worse can happen. Because if you told them you have these incredible products and they tried it, it could change their life. So think about it that way, so that it does make you want to speak to them.
Thank you, Judith. I said thank you, Judith.
Oh, yes. Always thank your sponsor, no matter what, wherever they are. Always be grateful, because they gave you that opportunity to look at the business or the products, and that, if you took advantage of that, it's going to change your life. So no matter what, always be grateful to the person who introduced you to Herbalife. Even if you have a different personality, or you don't see eye to eye or whatever, always be grateful, because they gave you that opportunity. My sponsor is not Wayne. My sponsor is someone else, and I don't even hear from my sponsor anymore. I get an email once every 6 months saying that they're off in this country or this country, telling me about their holiday. And that's okay. I still love them, because they introduced me to Herbalife. And I'll always be grateful for that. So making a list of the people you know, again, this is in this checklist in here. It tells you to make a list of all the people that you know. Okay, so everything that I'm going through here is in the checklist, in the Herbalife Black International Business Pack, as well as the distributor checklist that we give. And then, yes?
So just at that point down, because that's when you've got your checklist, or you've made a list of 200-300 people. For those people that you have tried to not convince, but introduce the product, but they're not interested, they're either mocking it or just saying not now, it's not for me. Do you sort of keep trying though? Do you give it a little bit of a break from talking about Herbalife or trying to again?
I'm going to say 2 words: supervisor accountability.
Yeah.
Because it's called the sweet potato tactic, which I'm not going to explain now. You need to go back into the supervisory academies, but sure, you give them a break. If they say, like with Patrick, for example, I spoke to him, said no problem, we still chit-chatted, and then like, I don't know, a few weeks, how often would I talk to you about her life?
She didn't speak to me.
So like, now you came to me about
No, I'm saying after that.
yeah, so you can talk to them, and like every now and then I would mention her life to Patrick. And
The more
you don't give up, but you just
you don't annoy them with her life. You let them know, and then back off, talk about other things, whatever, and then you can always involve Herbalife somewhere in a conversation.
But they teach you and supervise everything. You have to form people. You have to get interested in the people.
like she used to invite me to the meeting. I said, I'll come.
Yeah.
And then we used to talk about something different.
Yeah.
And eventually I came to him without even her asking me.
Yeah, so that's what will happen, and that's what happens with people, you know. And when a new person comes, and you know, you bring some of your friends, like Salvador's been really good with being able to, 2 meetings that he's attended, he's had guests, 2 or 3 guests, and that's a great thing because they say no now, but no is not forever. So it's just a matter of time, and then it's a numbers game. Remember last week I spoke about the numbers game, so you make up and talk to a lot more people at the beginning to get the yeses, so you might need to talk to 20 people at the beginning to get 1 yes, and then as you get better, you talk to 10 people, you get 2 yeses, talk to 5 people, you get 1 yes, or 2 yeses. So you get better with time, with more skills and more confidence. Everyone knows at least 200 or 300 people. I mean, these days people have got 4,000 friends on Facebook, right? But if you go through your phone and actually write, it's amazing when you write things down, your brain, different part of your brain registers with what you're doing differently. So even though they're in your phone, write them down. Write that list of people that you know, and then just, you know, don't try and sell to them. You're just going to invite them, either decide are you going to talk to them about products or products and business. If you're not sure, you're better to go business, because when they come and look at the business, they're seeing the products as well. Then they can decide are they interested in products or business. You know, just a line, I've just found a great line of health products, I'm getting such great results that I wanted to share the products with you, and start sharing your testimony. And then very quickly, generally within the first 72 hours, when the distributors watch the DVDs and placed an order, decided on where they want to start their business, whether it's a 500-point order, 1,000-point order, or straight to supervisor, that's when we do a business launch, a shake party. And this is, you know, a time where they're going to be able to invite their family and friends over or somewhere to celebrate their new business opening. And that's really important, not to sell. Selling, the products are going to be sold anyway. People are going to naturally want the products, but to let everybody know what you're doing. And by the way, the new distributor is not going to be doing the talking. The sponsor, maybe the 2 upline sponsors or some of the other distributors will come along and support, and they will do the presentation. So A, it's a training ground for a new distributor, but B, the people that they know are saying, wow, these are the people that this person's working with, they're nice, oh, this sounds good. It's a fun way that people get scanned, sample the product, talk a little bit about Herbalife, bit of interaction, and the business will naturally go from there. So, you know, success breeds success. You know, so make sure you place, you know, decide where you want to start in the marketing plan before you start doing shake parties, because it's like trying to sell shoes in a new shoe store, but you don't have any shoes to sell. You want to sell from a catalogue, and then, you know, it's, are you in the business or aren't you in the business? Are you dipping your toe in the pool? Are you jumping into the swimming pool? And your family, your friends are only going to be as excited or committed as you are. So if you like coming up and dipping your toe in the swimming pool, people aren't going to follow you into the pool. But if you run in and jump in the pool, oh, it's great, it's a bit cold, but it's great, come in, and everyone's going to follow. It's the same thing with this business. If you, like, sometimes, you know, we think we're helping a new person by, okay, yeah, let's go do a shake party, there's no commitment in the business or anything, and then, you know, there's nothing driving that new person to work the business, and then they're testing the business, and they're basing it on the results of a shake party. And the shake party is not the be all or end all of the business, but if nothing happens at the shake party, it's not very encouraging for that person. So their level of commitment will come down. So it's fun, it's easily duplicatable, it lets people know that they're in business, lets people taste the products, lets the people that they know see who they're working with, and it obviously helps your sponsor to get to know your circle of influence. You know, how to do it, it's very simple. Have some products on hand, so of course, you know, with their order, distributor is going to be using the product so they've got some sort of result to share. Small product display, and some flavoured milk or juice, or whatever you want to mix the shakes with for the sampling. So a lot of fun. Who's actually had a shake party in here? Hands right up. So everyone has had one. That's awesome. Very good.
Except Jem has a...
Who?
Jem.
Jem.
Yeah.
Who's Jem?
Jem.
Oh, Jem! We're going to do your shake party. Yeah, why not?
So we're just talking about...
Why not? Exactly, yeah, why not? And Salvador's going to have one soon as well. And
Yeah, good.
did Zana have? Oh, you had one?
Yeah,
Awesome. There you go. So, you know, first 30 to 60 days, guys, obviously leading up to a 90-day plan. So when a new person starts, they have no idea what a 90-day plan is. They're still, you know, learning everything. So first 30 to 60 days, they may not go full ball into a 90-day plan, but they're rolling into one by getting into some action with the people that they know, the shake parties, maybe some road shows, you supporting them a little bit. But leading up to a 90-day plan, please remember, high activity and low budget, that they can either choose. They're going to have a high activity out there that doesn't cost a lot of money, which means they might go on the street, talk to people, hand out flyers, but have to have a high activity if their budget is low. So they may not have much money to advertise in newspapers or on the internet, so then they have to do the high activity out there. Or they maybe have a little bit of finances behind them, or you know they've got some cash flow already, then they can do some low activity out there and have a bit more high budget, like they can advertise more or you know spend more money into their business to generate customers. Always remember to be consistent and persistent, never give up, okay? If you have the high budget and the high activity, and even if you don't have a high budget, but if you have high, massive activity, you're absolutely going to get rich with the company if you hang in there and never, ever give up, okay? If you've got one customer or one distributor, you never want to give up in the business because you just never, ever know where the business takes you. It's amazing. Enrolling into the system, so yes, the checklist is a system, but always remember that it's not about us, it's not about me, it's not about your upline. They are not the superstars. The superstar is the product and the system. So if you really get that, then you know that you're in safe hands no matter wherever your sponsor is or wherever your upline is, because you know that the stars are the product and that the system that is run for 32 years, the Herbalife system has been around, so you just have to plug yourself into that. And so you may want to write this down, especially for the new people. The first Saturday of every month is the Well Team School and the Supervisor Training, followed by the Why Herbalife Why Now. The Why Herbalife Why Now is the Herbalife Opportunity Meeting. It always happens in Bulling, in the Manningham Hotel. The third Saturday of every month, although this month it happens to be on a Sunday, which is next Sunday, but it's usually the third Saturday of every month, again in the Manningham Hotel. We've got the Success Training Seminar. So we're always getting in, you know, new speakers, international speakers. Like next Sunday's Success Training Seminar, we've got Faisal Solihan coming. He earns over $100,000 in 1 month, not in 1 year, 1 month. He's a 4-diamond president's team, which means he's a president's team. President's team earn a minimum of $30,000 a month or more. But he's got him as a president's team, but he's got 4 separate lines who are also president's team. So do you think we can, do you think we can learn something from him? Absolutely. I'm going to be right up the front taking really good notes and recording everything. So, you know, you just never know. It could be one thing that someone says that totally changes everything for you.
Is it at the same time?
Always, same time. 9:30 till 3:30. The Herbalife Opportunity Meeting at the Success Training Seminar starts at 9:30. So be there 9:15. You know, you want to be there on time. And, it's difficult, like running a meeting when people are rocking up late to the meetings. It's hard for the presenter. You know, it's distracting for other people's guests. So remember, we work as a team. So really take that seriously. Yeah, we have a lot of fun. We'd love to have fun and that. But when we're working, really work and remember that it's not just affecting maybe your business, but it's also affecting everyone else's business around you. And then, Monday and Friday nights, here in Preston, you know, the meeting starts at 7 p.m. So be here 6:45, maybe even 6:30. Invite guests for 6:45. Never invite guests for 7 o'clock, so they always come a bit late. Try and be here at 6:30 so that, you know, you're set up and, you know, you've done what you needed to do. Monday nights is also always followed by distributor training like tonight. And then in Malvern, there's Tuesday and Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Again, invite for 6:45. And then on Saturdays at 10 a.m., we've got also in Malvern, the HOM followed by a basic training. Okay, and then the Supervisor Academies during the month. The Supervisor Academies fall on a Tuesday or a Thursday night. And if you've missed out, who's in this month's Supervisor Academy? I'll put on you guys. I think it was full. It's full, man. It's very full. Like this month, people got knocked back. You know, Tuesday's class alone holds 20 people. They had 41 submissions come in. So that's how. Yeah, well, that could be a plan, but there needs to be 20 supervisors who are active and are committed for us to run a Supervisor Academy here. So, you know, that could be a plan in the near future, but for now, we need to be using the Malvern Supervisor Academy. So as soon as it's announced, don't delay. You want to register, get in there. So if you're coming on a Tuesday or Thursday night, come a little bit earlier and use the meeting beforehand. So like on a Thursday night when there's a Supervisor Academy, that starts at 8:30. Why not come earlier to the Herbalife Opportunity Meeting, invite guests, and build your business since you're going all that way anyway. You know, invite people there so that you've got guests there that you can do business as well. So, couple of things, always be up to date with everything. If you're not, who's receiving emails from Herbalife, the company Herbalife? Okay, if you're not receiving it, you should be receiving emails every day from Herbalife. If you're not receiving any emails, you better to give them a call and tell them to add your email onto their email list. Alright? The second thing is malvernlifestylecenter.com. Everything that Herbalife pretty much, if you miss something with what Herbalife sends, this website, they're pretty good with updating with what's happening with events. So subscribe to receive newsletters from this website so that you're constantly up to date. As soon as the academies get announced, you're the first one to get the email so that you can let your team know as well. And start connecting with each other on Facebook. I'm pretty sure we're all pretty much all connected with friends on Facebook, but you know, it's really cool to support each other on Facebook with meetings and liking each other's comments and that, so, you know, everyone's business can grow a lot faster as well. So, that's it for tonight. If you haven't been given a checklist, please let me know and I'll make sure that you've got a checklist. And we will see you. Oh, one other thing, very, very, very important. Please don't forget this coming Sunday, the Success Training Seminar. Book your tickets online. And Adelaide Spectacular, we want to get this board full, so we've got a big group of people going. Please make sure that you purchase your tickets for Adelaide Spectacular. Who else has purchased their tickets that's not on the board? Okay, so who's planning on going? Put your hands up. Alright, please book your tickets. The price is going to go up.
Is it still 120?
I'm not sure. You need to check with Herbalife. I think it was till mid-November.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you've still got like a few more days to get it at the reduced price. Book your ticket and then we can sort out flights and accommodation and everything later. But make sure
online are $138 return.
Oh wow.
$138 return.
That's great. $138.
Well, I was thinking of driving.
See you guys.
Yeah, if you want to drive up. You know, if
just a nice drive.
Yeah, I mean, if it's $138, it's probably going to cost you more in petrol. So save petrol and save time. Time up, time back. 6 hours up, 6 hours back, or however long. 9 hours up, 9 hours back. That's 18 hours that you can spend building your business. Better you fly there. If the flights are that cheap, what airline is that?
Dude, not Tiger.
And that's return.
That is amazing. That's a really good price, guys. So please book your entrance tickets. Very important. And then let everyone know that you've done it so you can encourage all your team to have it as well. That's all from tonight. So I hope to see you tomorrow evening. We're going going to be in Malvern for the HOM. So thank you guys.
Thanks,
Thank you.